so yummy.
All
right. Welcome to Master the Game. This is our Twitch channel. Maybe you're watching the replay over on YouTube. If you are, and this is your first time here, either hit that follow or subscribe and give us a like. And with that, we're going to let Peter take it away.
All right. It is Achtung Cthulhu Blackheart Crucible Session 32. And while we do the recap, I will figure out what I'm going to do because I was supposed to RP with Snake, and he's not going to be here. So change of plans. It's time for the recap.
Yeah. I didn't watch the recap today.
I did.
Well, it started off with us going ahead and needing to make our way into the town.
Coming from the guy who hasn't been here in 2 months.
And so we had to get the uniforms, and we got them eventually, and then we were trying to make our way into town. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Eric the Red. You went to fight him, and I believe Blake shot at him, and
That's
it went
right.
right through him.
I whooped that ass.
And then the Canadian showed up,
Oh, that's right.
and that's when he shared his special pomade.
Maple flavored.
Yes, maple syrup and beer.
And that's when you were actually able to damage Eric the Red.
Yes. When I got my hands dirty.
And my skull caved in.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. We had to
He did
perform
do some
emergency
serious
surgery.
damage to the lieutenant. Luther got in the tank and played the Russian national anthem to call the Russians in to assist. You got rid of Eric the Red by putting the pomade on everything you could find. He pretty much blew up, and then the Russians showed up, and then I believe it was Jacques had the idea of pushing the German up against the tank to look like he was like arresting him or detaining him, because the Russians were pretty pissed because they came upon their tank that was damaged and 3 dead soldiers. And that's when the Russian ran and they shot him. And then that's when Luther shot him as well. And they all sang, they all were excited and sang a song after he died. Let's see. What else happened? I've watched this so many times.
I was going to say, you've probably watched it about 7 times at this point.
I wish it was only 7. You went back to you got Yuri, but then there was a discussion about how much information Yuri had given, and the Russians weren't too happy about that. And then there was a distant gunshot. Presumably, Yuri was shot. Sergeant Myers called the Queen to get some uniforms airdropped. And in that time, Jacques performed some surgeries.
An expert craniotomy.
Yes.
And he used almost all the pieces.
Right,
Yep.
right. He only had one tiny little piece left afterwards.
Better than me in high school playing gynecologist in the back of the bus.
Careful, you'll end up like Cosby.
It happens.
And Snake took Tim Horton into the woods. And then Tim Horton returned with some kind of ribbon and told everyone that he was going back to Canada, and going to start some chain stores.
Yeah, we now
that
know
you would all get free
origin.
coffee and donuts if you were returning
For life?
for life.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we now know the true origin of Tim Hortons.
This
Yes,
is
true origin. I
Blake's...
told yes. If you want to watch the recap, you will see the Tim Horton origin story. I don't know if it's authentic or it's true, but close enough.
Close enough.
This is Blake's origin story to diabetes.
Also, in honor of Mr. Horton leaving us, I am actually drinking out of my Tim Hortons mug.
Yes.
Ooh.
And there is a Tim Horton commercial clip in the recap. Thank you, Tim Horton.
You're welcome.
You can send me some free coffee and donuts.
I doubt I will.
Right?
That's funny.
Then you went to the drop zone. You sent Blake in, who smashed somebody's face.
Yeah, and they got mad at me for doing that.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense. You're sending me. Of
the
course,
Luther
you
was the
guys
voice
should.
of reason.
Yeah.
The instructions were as follow: restrain one of them, and then
Yeah, but that's totally a contradiction to what you guys were doing by sending me in first. So
Death is kind of a restraint.
yeah,
He's been restrained from the mortal coils of life.
I mean the good news is I didn't kill them.
he
He had
did
the
survive.
resurrection spell, it would be
His
bad.
face will never be the same, but he did survive.
Yeah,
There was some question whether they were actually Swedes because they had maple syrup in their house. And maybe they were spies, but they're unsure about that. Because if they were actually, but they could have been Canadians, but you figured if they were Canadians, that guy would have easily survived his nose being broken. In fact, he would have been happier. And then
True.
and thought that his nose actually looked better after it was smashed.
This is true.
he
but the
probably
one
would have
girl
hoped
did
for some
speak
teeth getting
English.
knocked out too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
confirm.
Of course, the neuralizer got used again, and Snakes told them to go and pack up all their stuff and leave. That's when Luther saw the bag of chocolate bars and actually
Panzer
got
chocolates.
some. The Panzer chocolates that are factory defects, which actually have more meth than they wanted. So he was all excited about that. Let's see. Lieutenant Reisman's maple syrup sense went off, and he tracked down some maple syrup that he got from the old man as they were walking down the road. And he exchanged it. He, of course, gifted them with a hockey puck, which I'm sure they will cherish for the rest of their lives.
Not
You
like
went
a
up
holy
to
duck.
Vittangi, which is a small town which is gated. A snake in a Nazi general uniform declared that they should speak English. So to avoid that, and they let him in. And that's when Luther had the chocolate all over his face, and the soldier showed him the tower, actually the smokestack that stands over Vittangi Castle, with the letters lighting up. They say Holst and the Black Sun flag over it, and realized that's actually Vittangi Castle and a chocolate factory. So you guys are inside of Vittangi, just inside the and the Russians said at some point within 48 hours, like they're going to start or may start, or we're unsure of exactly the timeline this will
He's
occur.
very
But
vague.
they're going to demolish the entire city, town, and then come in and shoot who's ever left. So they did you a solid. So you guys are inside Vittangi, the town, inside the walls. Snake is gone over to with Sturmbannführer Selig, who is an SS soldier, and they're having a discussion, sitting down next to a roaring fire, drinking, looks like some kind of wine or something. And there's just soldiers milling about and they're up on the prayer pit, and it looks just like a quaint town. There's a cobblestone street, probably enough to get maybe one. You probably couldn't get two cars down this road. There's somebody in front of like a store or tavern, like sweeping. You can see that they're sweeping up something off the curb and putting it in a bucket. And there's lights on. It's very cold, and You guys are here.
All right, Jacques gonna look around. Is there anyone else? Any other Germans that are just kind of standing around, keeping guard, or anything like that?
Any other Germans?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's soldiers milling around. They look like they don't have like SS uniforms. They don't look like Nazis. They're just like common German soldiers, kind of like you guys.
Mm. All right, Jacques gonna walk up to one of them and in German ask, "Do you know where we can find the infirmary? This man here," and he's going to gesture at our very wounded friend. He's probably in need of some more medical attention.
Who's our wounded friend?
That'd be probably me. Like one half my body moves faster than the other, so I kind of like to circle.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got blue blockers on and a neck brace and probably a big bandage still on his head.
Mm-hmm.
So you make your way to Poland, then you go all the way around until you're facing west again, and then you'll find it.
He looks at you and he's like, "We're supposed to speak English."
Oh, yes, but this is just a small conversation.
They listen all the time. And he looks over to the conversation that's going on with the general and the major.
Do not worry, the major is a personal friend of mine.
The Sturmbannführer Selig?
No, the other one.
The general. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I got my ranks mixed up. It's been a long day.
So the infirmary, yes.
Yes, if you could be so kind as to point us. This man is the general's footman and took a nasty hit when the car ran him over whilst we were trying to change a tire. He is very lucky to be alive indeed. The bomber came down and I heard a large pop in his skull.
He looks over at down the street. These Swedish drivers are terrible.
Indeed.
I would be careful on the road. They've been known to jump a curb.
Anyways, could you point us in the general direction of the infirmary?
Oh, and he points in a direction. Doesn't look very far. Probably like 30 meters away.
Mm.
That's right, meters.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, it does. It does to all the Europeans.
Good for them.
Jacques will gesture to the rest of everybody. This way.
There are countries who use the metric system and countries that have actually made it to the moon.
Luther walks over there as with the general and the major as there's chocolate being given out, so he's kind of propped himself down next to the fire, downing the chocolate.
He's probably making a cocaine and Panzer chocolates more like.
Credit card slicing up the chocolate before he snorts it.
Yeah, I'll begin leading everyone towards the infirmary. Figured that's a good place to start to try and figure out things. Maybe we can find a wounded high-ranking German member or something and see if we can't figure some things out.
Okay. So, are you grabbing Maggot? Taking him?
Yeah, I'll bring Maggot with me and Riesman with me. And 13's not there, is he? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, just Maggot and Riesman then.
Okay. So you kind of walk over. There's a couple soldiers there that are guarding the entrance. There's some double doors. They see the condition that the lieutenant is in, and they just quickly open it. You walk in, and they've got some long white coats and a clipboard, and there's a couple soldiers in there being treated for minor injuries.
Do they have a section that's sectioned off for more grisly wounded victims?
Presumably so. I mean, they've got the curtains that you roll back.
Yeah, Jacques will kind of take Riesman and Maggot back that way into the area where the more heavily wounded people are.
Okay.
Which also offers a little more privacy.
Okay. Yeah, you're walking past more and more, down this hallway, and these people look in rougher shape. All of a sudden, you hear a crashing noise, and like a bunch of things hitting the floor, and out underneath one of the rooms, one of these curtains, comes a potato, and it rolls right across. And then you hear a loud thump.
So creepy.
A couple of the
potato back underneath the curtain.
A couple of the workers there come running in a panic.
Stay back. Jacques throwing his hands up
they
this is
stop.
A super serious scenario.
Okay, they stop and just kind of look at you.
This is a highly volatile situation. This man has contracted the dreaded Eddington's disease.
Dun, dun.
That's a thing?
It is now.
Oh boy, you're gonna have to roll for that. Oh yes, important note for tonight. I forgot the nice fortune. Everybody gets 3 points. I've decided that that's way OP, and that 3 points of fortune is a group pool, so it's 3 points per the group.
That's the max now?
Yeah, so it's a group pool of 3.
Okay, I'll track that along with the momentum. I believe we were maxed on momentum at the end of the last session.
So.
Yeah, I just gotta grab some stuff to track that with.
No problem.
It's called paper.
All right. So what do I need to roll for that, Peter?
Let's see here. You can do reason and persuade. No, you could do medicine.
Sweet, that's much.
I'll let you
better.
do medicine. You use it. You are a doctor.
Yes, it's the doctor.
That's a seduction check.
Oh yeah, easy. What's my target? Am I looking for 1 or
Difficulty
2?
would be 2 with
Oh
this.
well, I made both successes with a 4 and a 3. I needed a 15. We good.
Okay. Both of these guys look at each other and in a panic turn and run the other way.
Yeah, Jacques will kind of move some curtains to close off this half of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then peek inside where presumably 13 just showed up.
Yeah, 13. You were there on a sitting on or whatever near a hospital bed, and there's some potatoes around you.
You're muted. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
The entrance never gets easier.
Yes, a little more warning next time. That was a close one.
I'm sorry. I'm still working on it. So we're in some sort of house of the sick.
Yes, this is their infirmary. How's 13 dressed at the moment?
I don't know.
13 is wearing he's wearing fatigues. He's got still a hood up to obscure his rabbitine face.
Presumably allied fatigues, yes.
But tell me if you look at the camo pattern, it's actually little bunnies.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, we cannot have them see you in this state. Jacques will look for a patient who's like clearly like dead to this world right now. If I can find a patient that looks like they're completely dead to the world right now, I'll steal his, presumably he's in a gown of some kind.
Yeah. There's somebody that's probably on a shitload of morphine just out.
Yeah, I'll steal his gown and tell Searching, quick, put this on.
Okay.
Thank you.
We cannot have anyone seeing you in this uniform.
What's wrong with my uniform?
We are in the center. Oh, actually, this is a good idea. How do you feel about being bait?
Not great. But I can happily.
The thought that just popped into my mind is, we say we are escorting the prisoner to the prisoner holding location where we will probably find Nova.
I'd prefer not to. I'm hunted as is.
This is true.
Due to the wand. I'm throwing myself out as bait would be, needless to say, beyond reckless.
This is true. It was just a thought. Here, put this on. And I'll hand him the gown. Make sure you button up the back tight.
So 13 takes it, and I'm assuming it's your standard kind of hospital gown. It's got little flowers on it because they want to make their patients feel better. He buttons it up and he reaches around the back, buttons it down, and you turns around and you notice like a little cottontail sticking out between two of the buttons. You notice that it's not white, it's kind of blackened.
Oh, sorry, blue, this will not do. Give me a moment. And I will wrap him in bandages so it looks like he got shot in the ass.
All right.
Well, do I look good now?
You are convincing me. Just
you look like you're wearing a diaper.
Hobble around like as though you have a strong limp.
He already walks around like that.
If you need any blood to put on those bandages, you can just take some of this, and I just sort of cut my hand under my eye where like there's just this blood trickling out. There you go.
Thank you.
You can put it on yourself, though, eh?
Thank you, Reisman, if I recall.
Oh yeah, pleased to make your acquaintance.
We've met before, but it has been some time. I'm glad you made it here anyway.
Oh yeah, ship shape. And then I kind of like stutter a little bit and almost fall over.
Now let us fan out and look for a patient who looks like they are more important. Perhaps we can gain some information.
A quick scan, you don't see anybody that looks important. There is a mix of, there's mostly, you would guess, soldiers in here, but there are some townsfolk in here.
Highest ranking soldier in here, what would they be? Like a sergeant or something?
Yeah.
Or the Nazi equivalent of a sergeant?
Well, just a straight up sergeant. I mean, nobody has got the Nazi insignia that you see.
Right. So I'll come up to his bed and act like I'm checking his chart. Kind of look at it a little while, look over him. What does it say he's in here for?
Basically small. He was shot up in an attack, some sort of patrol he was on, and he was shot.
Oh, sacre bleu. They have failed to give you your second dosage of medication. Let me administer that now. You must be in incredible pain. And I will.
You can see him thinking for a minute.
I'll lean down and give him a shot of
And
morphine
he
before he
nods.
replies.
He's not like, oh yeah, it's really bad.
So yeah, after I give him a shot of morphine, could you tell me where the prisoners are located? They need my help with interrogations and whatnot. Looking to make sure the prisoners they are interrogating stay alive longer.
The prisoners are in Vittangi Castle, of course. They wouldn't be in here.
Of course. Now, tell me, what is the standard procedure for entering Vittangi?
You have to be invited.
I see. And who would we go and see about getting this invitation? I seem to have misplaced the one that they gave me.
Oh,
I'll give him another hit of morphine.
Stormbound Fjord Selig might make a call, but the prior would have to let you in.
I see. Well, that
This
would
morphine
be,
is great.
it would
the
be most
biggest Easter bunny I've
embarrassing.
ever seen.
Yes, this is normal. Anyways, this would be most embarrassing if I had to, announce to them that I was so foolish as to lose my paperwork. Could you tell me, is there another way in? Perhaps some kind of maintenance entrance or back entrance, if you would?
Maybe if you grew wings and flew.
See, that is something we do not have the luxury of. Are you sure there isn't some kind of sewer grate or something? And I'll kind of shake the morphine bottle.
No.
Well, you get your rest. And I'll pat him on the shoulder.
Thank you. Good night, Easter Bunny.
Good night. And hopefully duplicates do not enter your dreams.
Into the Easter Bunny. Great song.
All right, so kind of huddle everyone up back in a more secluded part, and so it seems as though it is very hard to get into the Vittangi Castle where they keep the prisoners. Anyone have any ideas?
Are there any streams or docks or sewers? Surely waste things must exit the castle.
That is what I asked, but the poor sergeant over there, he did not seem to know.
Is he of sound mind?
Well, no, I gave him a heavy dose of morphine to help loosen his tongue, but I do not think that kind of information is on his pay grade. Perhaps I do have another question for the man. And Jacques will shake him awake again.
Let's give him a shot of adrenaline.
Perhaps you have seen a woman recently. They would have brought her in.
Of course,
some
you've seen a
time
woman.
ago.
All the nurses that are in and out of here.
No, this would be a woman that they brought in, not a nurse or anything. She may have sustained injuries during her capture. Have you seen any such woman come in? You know her better than I do, and I'll gesture to Blake. Would you mind giving this man a description?
We've went over this before. Tight leather pants. That's about all I remember.
You don't even remember hair color, or
Was it red?
I do not know. I have never met her.
No, she had the face, right? Like,
Yeah, she had a face.
Yeah.
2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth.
Perhaps you.
His eyes kind of light up, and he's like, "Lederhosen Mädchen, Lederhosen Mädchen, yeah."
I don't know what that means.
Yes.
I speak German. Do I know what he means?
Yes, he's saying leather pants girl.
Yes.
Yes, the leather pants girl. Where does you have seen here?
Lederhosen Mädchen.
She's kind of gothic.
Yes,
Dark colors.
They take her to Vittangi Castle. Yes. Good. Wunderbar.
Lederhosen Mädchen.
Yeah, I'll kind of pat him and like give him a pillow to hug and
or other things.
Even Germans like big titty goth girls.
It looks as though it is indeed Vittangi Castle where they are keeping Nova.
There's got to be some sort of like back entrance or
That is what I thought.
way to sneak in.
Our sergeant friend does not know anything of this. Perhaps we make our way closer and see if we find a more high-ranking member that is all alone and very easily coerced into a bit of a darker alley or something.
You guys in the back can hear a commotion, like it's coming from the front door, and there sounds like a horn is honking or something.
So creepy.
And there's some yelling.
That's probably fine.
Is there a window?
You can hear. No, there are no windows. You can hear footsteps coming down on this tile floor, like making a quick pace to your location.
Jacques will like peek out of the curtains, see who's coming.
It looks like one of the admin people that were in the front. Oh, sorry, I disturbed her. And she kind of takes a step back, like, there's a car out for you. There's a car out front for you.
I see. Must be my ride to take me to the castle to treat the prisoners. Do not disturb these gentlemen back here. This area must be in quarantine for at least 48 hours.
She starts yelling commands to the staff, and they start like isolating the area.
This patient with me, they were of one of the ones that did not get exposed. I am
Who are you
moving
talking
them.
about?
I'm gesturing to 13. This one did not get exposed, and I need to provide them with a further treatment.
Oh. And she stops. She's go by. It's like, how do we know? How do we identify the Eddington? So we know if we have it.
You look for the sprouts.
Yes, they will grow inside you.
So you've heard, right? So you've heard.
Any lumps or raised portions of the skin must be lanced and examined to prove that they are not sprouts who are about to burst through the skin after the patient dies.
It's truly horrible.
Indeed.
The sprouts spew spores sporadically.
Okay, well, you folks have a pleasant evening. Okay, we're just gonna take off with that car now.
We must go.
And I just scoop as much like bottles of pills as I can. Just for the road, eh?
I'm gonna take my road morphine.
Oh, when the 13-year-old sprout goes ahead and finally hits puberty, he likes to spew his spores everywhere.
You grab that as the staff kind of looks at each other and then start looking at it, and then you see somebody holding like a scalpel, smiling. You make your way outside and like pulled right up on the curb, but you see that there are no. It doesn't look like they've hit any civilians. Is a some kind of what kind of car is this? Some kind of like Saab. It's a Saab 92. It's olive green. The driver's just honking the horn.
Yeah, Jacques will approach the vehicle. Is the driver's window down or anything?
I don't know. Is the driver's window down?
Sure, why not?
Hello. Jacques kind of peer in. I'm assuming he sees Bonnie.
You see Richard Nixon, actually.
Hello, mademoiselle. What is it I can do for you?
How good to see you. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, this is good. May I ask what for?
Just get in the car, no time for questions.
Jacques will kind of give her like a second look. Jacques will open one of the door and like flip the seat forward because two people have to get in the back, or well, three people have to get in the back, and this is a 2-door car.
I'll get in the back.
Quickly.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
2 doors.
suicide doors. 2 in the back, 1 in the front, 1 on my lap. Pretty sure that's how it has to be.
I'll sit in the back.
You probably want the extra head space.
Yeah, well, actually, I want the middle, so that way, if like take a sharp turn, it won't crack my fragile egg-like skull.
Presumably, 13, upon seeing Bonnie, would recognize her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After we're all in the car.
So Bonnie's driving?
13's driving.
But Bonnie's in the car, though?
Yes.
Bonnie! Where the fuck have you been?
Well, it's kind of confusing, but you see, I got here long before all of you did. And I've actually been in Germany and just recently got back.
Well, what the hell, man? We could have used your help.
I do apologize.
How did you get here?
The same way everyone else did. I just hopped in the car and drove.
Through Calico.
It happens sometimes.
13 looks at her uncertainly.
Well, I was on my way to the grocery store, but I got lost.
So
ended up in 1942.
I am not a clever girl.
So, did you come with Nova, or?
No.
No.
I came looking for you, actually. I have some gifts.
Sorry.
This is
So-
Jacques.
So, Bonnie, you know that there is a villa in town, 2-story like villa that they keep for special guests, and this is where Snake is going to be put up. So you're driving the car there. It's a couple blocks, and you can get right to it.
I'm trying to play
There
a
are
good
2
character.
armed guards in front of it.
Yeah, I'll just drive right up to it. What the fuck are they going to do?
Yeah, they basically, as soon as they see you drive up, they just they're standing at attention and will actually get the door if you need it.
Oh, yeah, they're getting the door from me. What the fuck do they think I'm paying them for? Yep.
All right, Jacques will follow her. She knows what she's doing.
All right,
So
so you
how's-
guys all pile out and get into the house, the villa.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, and there's a roaring fire, a basket of chocolates, and a bottle of maple syrup there, some wine, some pickled herring. It's very, very nice, very upscale. Probably nobody in this town has anything like this.
13 has his hand on the blue light special. Just ready.
Once it appears as though we are alone, Jacques will turn to Bonnie and go, excuse me, mademoiselle, how rude of me. I have not properly introduced myself. My name is Jacques Sacré boom.
It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Bonnie.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine.
I offer my hand.
Jacques will kiss it like a gentleman.
Bonnie, I think Jacques is single.
I am French.
Ethel would love for you to meet a Frenchman.
I think the problem is that Jacques is single.
This is true. I am French.
And so is everyone else in this room.
So,
kind of.
Do we have any plan? What have you found out about this place?
Well, what you're trying to get into it, correct?
Yes, this is Vittangi Castle.
All right. Well, that's a very simple matter then. Peter, which direction is the castle compared to the hospital?
It's basically like a straight shot down the road. You basically come up to a gatehouse and cross a bridge over a lake, and then the castle is on the other side.
Okay. And how often do they hear gunfire in this town?
All the time.
All the time, okay.
It's World War II.
Well, yes, but I mean, there's recreational periods without being shot at. And explosions are commonplace here.
Explosions, like inside the town, not particularly. Like they'll hear
at least not for a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll become super common.
Outside the town, yeah, every once in a while they'll hear something blow up.
I think we need a distraction to get into the castle, something that gives us reason to go there. Now, your friend, Snake, he is pretending to be a major at the moment?
Yeah, general, actually.
A general. In that case, we might have a very simple way in. We just have to shoot him in the arm and then go running in there like we were being attacked by an assassin.
Well, this is true. This is a great plan.
Ooh, can I shoot him?
I think so. Well,
that depends on if you can avoid causing catastrophic damage.
Oh yeah, I'll just shoot him in the arm.
Go ahead and say this. You can shoot him, but first I have something for you, Blake. It's been a time, and I thought I should come with gifts. And I'm gonna walk over to the trunk where I was keeping everything. Make sure no one else is being nosy here.
The two guards are right outside the right outside the door. I presume you would have had
It's in my matching luggage.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
They're actually helping you with that. So yeah,
exactly.
they help you bring it in, and then close the door and go back outside.
Just close the windows, please. Or should I say everything?
Yeah, Jacques will pull all the curtains.
Now, let us start with Blake, if you'll be doing the deed. I'm
Yeah,
gonna open
for
up
sure.
one of the cases and go.
I've been wanting to shoot Snake for a little while now. So.
A gift for you.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll shoot him.
I'm
in
going
the
to
arm.
pull out an MP. Well, not yet. We need to do all of this.
It's a little bit late. You told me to wait, but I pulled the trigger. Boom.
Still not the wisest of men, are you?
I'm very wise. What are you talking? Well, no, never mind. Not Achtung Cthulhu.
Oh dear. Did the guards hear it?
What did you do?
I shot Snake in the arm.
Snake's not there.
Oh, never mind. I guess I can't shoot him because he's not here.
Yes.
You're getting ready to shoot him. He's not back yet. He's talking to the major.
Damn.
Well, perhaps you prefer to use this, and I'll go ahead and hand him the MP40 and some ammo.
Would I rather use that or my grease gun?
Oh, the MP40 is much better than the grease gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
The grease gun is like a sheet metal slapped together piece of garbage. An MP40 is actually well manufactured.
An MP40 is a sheet manufactured piece of garbage that was made for mass production, but slightly better.
Oh, it's way better than the grease gun.
Not as reliable as the grease gun, though.
I don't know. I I would think the MP40 would be a lot better.
Terrible magazines. They kept jamming.
Well, you just lubed them up real good.
That's what caused them to jam.
You mean this?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if it's working on Twitch now.
Now I think about
Paula was
it.
having no issues, so.
Well,
That just means her device was getting all the internet.
Yeah,
yeah, shit.
pretty much.
Well, she had no issues. She's a pretty girl. She can just tell the internet speed police that they can't give her a ticket.
Right? She was over there streaming in 4K. Like,
Okay, it looks a little better.
yeah, Josh was telling me about house prices over there, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you could buy a whole mansion over here in Iowa for that.
Average is
It's just
3.5
ridiculous.
million in Compton.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's a
Yeah,
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, you could buy, like,
but that's
the
just
most...
because of how housing market bullshit works. Like, it's so dumb how the housing market works in general.
Yeah,
Like, you
our-
take
And there's a
ours
lot
is-
of crooked
money.
shit going on, too.
Oh yeah, ours
Yep.
exploded in the last year. Like
Yeah.
Just the last
but-
year.
just the last year, yeah. Because we've had people coming from other larger provinces to here because we had stuff under control and they didn't.
So they're like, let's move to a different place
Yep. So
that
we had a
doesn't
lot of
have
people
COVID
come.
that bad.
We had a lot of people come from Alberta and Ontario. They also brought their COVID with them and led to our
nice.
led to our second sort of shutdown and lockdown. And almost all the cases originated from people coming into the province and buying our homes. So
Gotcha.
That's why I'm glad I live in Iowa. Like, we're surrounded by cornfields out here. Like, we
We're
have.
live, by the way, guys.
I haven't seen
on
anyone
Twitch.
be forced to wear a mask for like almost half a year. Like, we just straight up have gone back to normal over here.
Okay. Where were we?
Yes.
Gift time, that was it.
Yes.
I wanted to shoot Snake, but he's not there with us.
Yeah,
Yes.
Snake is not back yet.
I
But
did give you an MP40.
yes, you got an MP40.
Yes. I wrote
It's on
that down.
page 116 if you want to look up the specs for it. But
Ah.
continue.
And you must be, I'm going to point to, Jacques.
Yes.
You must be Jacques? I think
Indeed.
you might live like this. And I open up one of my large suitcases and I pull out an FMW 41 flamethrower.
Also, crazy.
So weird talking to a couch. And for you 13,
Yes.
this might be a bit much for you to handle, but I have faith. And I pull out a head of lettuce.
This is. I'm gonna smell and check the vintage of it.
1945.
it's lettuce, so if it's more than a week, isn't it?
Hey,
Like-
lettuce ages like wine, mother.
Okay.
I think it should if it doesn't.
So I'm gonna sample the lettuce. Does it taste like the lettuce in calico?
No, but nothing tastes like calico. I mean, it's pretty good for lettuce from here.
This is serviceable. Thank you, Bonnie.
Certainly. And you must be Lieutenant Reisman, correct?
Well, yeah, that's me, eh?
Well, I was told to give you this package, and I hand him the closed package with what is in it.
Oh, I couldn't, eh?
No, trust me, it would be rude if you didn't.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. So I'll take it and I'll see what's in there.
All right, so you open it up, and it's a odd-looking gun, for lack of a better word, and you realize you've seen this before. It's the brown note gun.
Ooh.
What's a brown note gun?
Remember that time you crapped yourself?
Oh,
Yeah, it's that.
It's a Luther special.
Yep. Chambered in 45 bumhole.
Takes you to the defecation station.
Yeah, it gives you a case of the Hershey squirts.
And is Luther here with us, Peter?
No, Luther has not returned.
He found a
What
trash
about
can
Snake?
somewhere.
He's going through their garbage.
Trash.
He's looking for more of those defective chocolate bars.
I gave him some of those pills, so he's just kind of like in the back seat of the car, just rolling around, foaming at the mouth.
Thought it was coke, but it turned out to be heroin. Now we're going to have to get him to a druggie's house for adrenaline.
This flamethrower will be most useful for purging the sickness.
I think we just have to get down with the sickness.
The sound of silence.
And Peter, you didn't tell me what I had, so I assume there's no real restrictions or anything, as long as it's not something ridiculous.
I don't know. I mean, have I ever given out ridiculous weapons in this game?
Not that I've seen yet.
He says as I examine the brown note gun.
That's not ridiculous, it's just misunderstood. Well, I still have it from the plane, so I'm going to pull out my M4 and my pistol.
Okay.
So, I think we're going to have to go ahead and use the dear General to our advantage. If we have him shot, we could claim an assassin attempted it, and we need to get to safety quickly.
This is a good plan. I like this one.
I try to help them at times.
If you shoot him, and Jacques will explain where at in the arm is the best place to shoot somebody without causing them a whole lot of physical disability.
And also, it's a lot of blood, and it looks very good.
Yes. And you won't damage too much muscle, thus leaving him useless during a fight.
So then, what do we know about the current situation?
That they have Nova in the castle, and that it's about it. In 2 days' time...
Castle? Dude, Frenchie, there's no E before the L.
Shh. Anyways, the Russians are coming in the approximately 2 days.
So you're saying they're about to rush in? That makes sense. Well then, I guess we have to get ready.
Indeed.
I'll take off my coat and my gloves and pull out a cigarette, I guess, now. Smoke. I've got nothing else to do. Uh-oh. So, what do we know about the type of people we are dealing with? Are they Nazis?
It is seems to be a mixture of Nazis and this cult, the Black Sun.
Yes. That name is familiar. I think it's from a Star Wars book. What can you tell me about the cult that you've discovered so far?
Excuse me while I finish this delicious cheese.
That is French.
They seem to be dabbling in some sort of what I can only assume to be necromancy. It seems as though they are very interested in the Nordic burial grounds here in Vittangi. We did fight a ghost after encountering a couple of German soldiers who had this Black Sun.
A ghost?
Yes, a very literal ghost.
How did you kill a ghost?
That you have to ask the Canadian about. He had
the maple syrup can kill anything.
Well, that is true, but normally it's through diabetes.
No, this is some really potent stuff. Just accelerates the process.
May I see?
Oh yeah. And I pull out the pomade and open it up, and whatever's left.
Yeah, there's probably like enough for maybe one 7.62 round to put on because it's been used up.
For everything, like someone dipped their fists in it. It was rubbed over a tank shell.
I fisted the hell out of that maple syrup.
Double fisted it, actually.
I double fist some DP.
I hope you guys caught it on stream.
It's on stream.
One of these days, I'd like you to double fist me. So, what I mean by that is boxing. Okay, so we're a bit short on the maple syrup.
Yeah, this is all that's left of the potent stuff.
How did the ghost come to be?
That we are unsure of.
Was it just there? Did you encounter it on the road? Did they summon it through some occult ritual?
Yes, I'm not sure. We were driving down the road. We heard that thunder striking and whatnot, and then this wounded Russian man came out with a very large hammer print on his forehead and a broken leg.
Let's see. Well,
Yes.
the Nazis always did go ahead and idolize Norse culture.
Indeed.
It makes sense that they'd look to the occult, but I would think after the death of Adolf Hitler that it would have gone ahead and been the end of that occult business. Who's leading the party now?
This I am not sure of. We have only just arrived, and we were not given a very full briefing.
Peter, would I know if they're still doing the standard Nazi salute here or if they've changed it to something else?
Yeah, no, they don't do that here. They only do it to that person who's in charge, that major. That's the only, I mean, anytime they go and like formally talk to her, they do it, but other than that, nobody does it.
So that means they're trying to be... No, that wouldn't make sense. For some reason, she is viewed as the party member here who they worship. So she's their leader, but why is she their leader? The Germans weren't known for having many female officers in their ranks. Do we know anything about her?
Not a clue.
Do we even have a name?
That I do not know.
Things are a little different, Bonnie. I don't know if you heard, but like Swedes are kind of the Germany we used to know, I thought. They're the bad guys.
We were pretty much dropped straight into this mess with a final warning of beware the Swedes. And that was about it. Ever since it has been a non-stop running shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, Jacques, how is your Swedish?
I do not speak Swedish. I know French, English, and German.
He also has a really bad cold. Like, I don't know if you hear him talk, but he's always all congested and nasally.
No, he's just a Parisian.
Oh, I just know he's always over there hacking something up.
That's my grandmother has the same thing. It's the asbestos.
I believe she's moved on.
Mesothelioma is a very real condition.
Yeah, you would say that, Frenchie.
Oui.
He is just speaking his language. That is how you do it. As far as I understand, it all sounds like gibberish to me.
Peter, looking at everyone here, how many of them look like they could pass for a Swede?
Well, let's see. Riesman is all bandaged up, so I don't have to worry about that.
Well, he'll look Italian. Okay.
I don't pass
Blake,
for anything other than American.
Blake does have a comb over now, so that may help.
They think
13, I'm
he's
not
French.
sure. Jacques, no. I mean, they're all in German uniforms, except for 13, which is still in his hospital gown.
I think my best bet is probably taking chocolate milk with me. Jacques, what do you say we spend a night on the town getting to know the place a bit?
Oh, sacre bleu.
It's been some time since I had any fun.
Be careful. This isn't a place for fun.
That's all right. I think that I will learn many things while I am here. Shall we?
Indeed. Perhaps we find a officers' club and catch some juicy gossip.
I think it would be most enjoyable. What rank does he have on his uniform?
Who?
Jacques.
Jacques is basically like a private. Everybody here is like privates.
And I guess an officers' club wouldn't work for us very well.
13's a sergeant major.
Yeah, 13 is a sergeant major. If he puts, well, that's an allied uniform. You don't want to be wearing that.
Yeah.
That would be a mistake, and that's also not an officer. Jacques, in that case, the enlisted men might be better for us. Do we happen to know where any nightlife in this city is?
Langestes Demonisches Gasthaus, which is the Long Demon Inn, is probably the nightlife that you would probably go see.
Okay.
The Long Demon Inn?
Yep.
That doesn't sound like a place that Blake is interested in going to, guys. I'm just letting you know.
That's a very special kind of place. That's the reason they call it the Long Demon.
Yeah, I don't want that long demon near me.
Jacques is going to teach everyone German for we're indecent right now. Please come back later.
Yeah, just wait till we go to the Long Demon Inn. We'll be real indecent then.
I'm just taking Jacques with me.
So just the two of you are going? The rest of you guys going to stay back?
Well, that's my plan. It's up to them what they're going to do. But it's just...
I mean...
a small group makes more sense for trying to get into places and talk to people. And since we don't
probably wouldn't want to
anything about this place...
I would probably stay back here.
Yeah, I'd probably hang back too and just let my bones reknit themselves together.
Yeah.
Your dancing isn't good for a head wound.
Yeah. Plus, right now, I lack the coordination. So I'd be like, I just fall down and flop like a fish.
I just know that I would start punching people in the face, and then Bonnie'd be mad at me, and then Jacques Claboom would have to blow something up, and it would be a mess.
Yes, you quite enjoy fisting everyone that you meet, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
See if the two of you can do something about 13's appearance. Maybe in the meantime.
Well, what? He looks great.
He might stand out. Try getting some charcoal and smearing his entire fur black. Then he might look different.
This is a good plan. Or a quick shave.
13, you want to shave your whiskers?
Shave your genitalia.
Oh, I don't want you to. Jacques does.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
I will find some means to disguise myself around here. That is what I do, after all.
Okay. So are you going to grab a disguise and go with them, or are you going to just hang back?
I'm going to hang back.
Okay.
And 13's going to be like scouring. We're in the infirmary, so he's going to be scouring and like looking for better clothes than the hospital gown.
Yeah, so in this villa, it is fully furnished of like, nice clothing. There's a full wardrobe.
Okay. So he's going to pick something out.
Okay. What are you looking for?
for a slim black trousers, with a dark brown vest, with a green, like a bright green, like a screen green undershirt. And let's see, they're Swedes, so what do they wear?
Practically nothing.
And a blonde wig. Because presumably at least one of them is going bald and has a toupee somewhere, so he's going to look for a toupee.
All right.
And the longer and the more luscious, the better.
All right. I'll give you. So that'll be to find the wig. That's definitely going to be an insight. I will give you observation. I think that's or survival.
Sake survival.
Okay.
That is 2 successes.
Okay. So, in one of these closets, in a box, you find a blonde wig, but it is made out of some kind of animal hair. And you kind of sniffed it right out. And they have bleached it blonde.
Okay. So I'll affix it to my head, and I'll like kind of tuck my ears in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, then 13 will go back back with Lieutenant Riesman and Jacques, or not Jacques.
You just need the
Blake.
button that says "Don't hassle me. I'm a local."
Or the temporary tattoo.
All right, so 13 comes down wearing his new outfit with his blonde wig. Or do you even recognize him?
I think I blend in now. This seems to be what they're wearing nowadays.
My brain is so damaged I lack object permanence.
Magnifique.
Oh, we got a new friend, eh?
Oh, you look marvelous, 13. Very becoming.
Thank you. I think the pants fit nicely, almost as if they were tailored for my buns.
The apple bottom pants.
He looks like a Jean.
Ah, of course, Jean, a very common German name. If it wasn't French.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I know nothing.
All right. So the two of you are going to head out, or the three of you?
It's entirely up to us what we're going to do.
I can join now that I am properly attired.
Oh, very well then.
Yes, it will look as though we are mingling with the locals.
Exactly. And I'm going to start heading out, and I'm going to put each one of them on one of my arms.
Okay. So it is the evening. There are people out walking and going into a few of the local restaurants. And you make your way up to the Long Demon Inn. There's a crowd outside. There's the velvet rope.
I'm just going to walk past the crowd towards the velvet rope with each one of these soldiers on my arms.
Yeah, they immediately open it up and you go right in. The Swedes that are in line almost look apologetic and apologize as they feel bad that they're actually in your way.
that was rather awkward. I wonder what that's all about.
Do they recognize you?
I think they recognize the uniform more than anything else. I'm not in a German uniform, I'm dressed as a Swede. But you were both. No good is happening here.
Well, Jacques is in a German uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
So they lead you to a would you like a table or a booth?
I know what happens every time I get a booth. Lincoln told me enough about that. I'm going to get a table.
So they lead you up to a table. There's a couple of people sitting there. They usher them away. They don't even need to usher them. They gladly leave, and they'll wipe the table down and almost seem apologetic that they have left, that they occupied your table, and sit you down, and they bring some drinks right off the bat.
How nice of a place is this? What exactly is going on inside? What's the demeanor?
Casual conversation. It's pretty nice. There's some music playing in the background, very soft. Public domain material, so no one's going to get a copyright strike, and it's fine.
All right then. Now
Everybody seems to be in a good mood. There's a very upbeat, kind of like upbeat.
Do I see any Germans in here?
Oh yeah, half the room is German, in uniform.
What ranks?
Mostly privates. Maybe you catch somebody who is an officer.
Mm-hmm. For now, I think we should just go ahead and have something to eat and listen to the conversation around us.
Yes, keep a sharp ear out, as if it were.
I want to hear a private sloshing his words. That's my target.
So the waitress comes over, brings you 3 huge steins of beer.
Oh.
Do you want anything else? Something from the menu? Lamb?
Salad, please. No meat.
She kind of squints her eyes at you.
He's a weird one, don't worry too much.
I hear it's not good for the digestive tract.
What about the two of you?
Shall we look at the menu?
I will personally take some of this lamb. It sounds most delicious. Perhaps
yes.
a red wine to go with it as well.
Yes, the wine.
I shall have the same.
Okay. So she goes back behind the door and vanishes.
I'm going to then go ahead and say in French to Jacques, because I know he speaks it, we need to go ahead and listen for a private who is angry about having to guard a place or talking about the problems that he's dealing with. Preferably we want him drunk.
And we should also keep our minds open about how to skip out on this check. I do not have any money.
They're not going to charge us anything for this. Look how they're behaving.
So.
Look how they're behaving at all the Germans here. They're letting us go through any part in the line. They're allowing us to do whatever we like. There's some reason the Swedes near worship these people. Which is strange, because historically, from what I remember, Sweden only maintained neutrality because they were afraid of Germany destroying them. So the question is then, why are they behaving like this?
This is true. This is most peculiar. Even though this is the world I am from, a lot of things have changed in these last few years before I went missing from this place. This world, rather.
It's true. I'm going to ask 13 in English. 13, what languages do you speak?
English.
All right, then.
A lot of the conversations in here are English.
Coming from both the Swedes and the Germans?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when the waitress came up to you, she talked to you in English.
I thought
It was pretty broken, but...
I wonder if this major is an American or an English speaker herself. Everyone seems to be following, learning English. She seems to be the top of the food chain with a great deal of control. I wonder, do you remember hearing anything from Boris about time travel or dimensional travel before us?
I do not believe anyone has come here before us other than Nova.
So, open your mind real big to this idea.
That and Dr. Gonzalez, of course.
Dr. Gonzalez. What if this major is a defector from Boris's organization?
This is possible.
If she came here convinced by Dr. Gonzalez or controlled by him somehow, they would go ahead and naturally have to speak English, or she could most likely understand them.
This is possible.
That would also explain why everyone's behaving the way they are. If she also had one of the neuralizers, she could make all the people here follow her will without a question.
That is
the waitress
possible.
returns. She's got a plate full of lettuce and some carrots.
Beautiful. And 13 starts eating gingerly, kind of daintily, sitting back and kind of scoping out the room.
Though I would not be surprised if this maid... Is the waitress still here, or has she walked off?
She hadn't walked off. She just set down the plate, make sure that 13 is sufficiently enjoying his food.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Tell me, mademoiselle, have you heard any complaining from any other German soldiers? You overheard anything recently?
Complaining? Why would they complain in a place like this? It's so nice.
I know, it is hard to believe, but some find their duties to be terrible chores.
Jock suddenly feels a high heel stamp into the top of his foot.
Okay.
Even the mundane tasks, they take such pleasure in doing.
I see.
That much is obvious. It seems everyone is in a good mood tonight. Is there something worth celebrating?
Oh, it is every night.
Is it the drink that's served? Or
it's the drink that's served, it's the lamb that's served, it's how the dishes are washed, it's the music that's playing. It is everything.
To Utopia.
What do we have? How many regulars come here? Anyone?
Regulars, every...
Yes, people who come on a scheduled cadence every week, every few days.
See everyone. Most of the She starts to look around the restaurant. You know, mostly everyone in here.
What a loyal.
You are not familiar, though. I'm guessing you came with the group in Fiora.
Yes.
Indeed, we are his personnel attaché.
as if you couldn't tell.
I believe his name is Sneckenheimer.
Indeed.
I'm going to say to her in Swedish, some of us are a bit more personal than the others.
She kind of steps back. She's like, well, speaks to you in English. The group in Fiora says speak in English, and we shall speak it. No
Indeed.
private conversations.
Indeed. Have you met them personally?
No, I was hoping he would come in tonight, but he is with Storm Banfiora, and I am told.
Understandable.
Excuse me?
Understandable. He's a very busy man.
But if we will send some lamb and drink down to his villa, I'm sure that his accommodations are the ones we expect.
Yes, he only likes his meat done medium to well done.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And she runs back to presumably tell them to prepare a plate for him at that particular temperature.
We need to find out where this villa is.
Yes, it seems as though there is something quite off going on here.
To say the absolute least, they practically worship us, and now they only speak English.
Yes, part of me wonders if Snake has not been overly liberal with the neuralizer.
Well, I would like to believe that. This sounds a bit more deep-seated.
Yes, it is possible. Although he has been using it quite heavily recently, just kind of flashing everywhere he goes.
That is true. Well, the important thing is that we discover where exactly this villa is and who this person is and how we can deal with them permanently.
Yes. Now, I have an idea. Perhaps when the nice lady comes back, we tell her to write the address down for us so that we may deliver this lamb in person.
Yes, I was thinking along the similar line. So I think we still have to go ahead and find out why none of these Germans or Swedes seem to be panicking about the Russian offensive coming down.
Yes, it does seem quite imminent. I do not know if they have scouted this yet or not, but I would imagine it would be pretty hard to miss such a sizable force.
You certainly aren't missing it. The problem remains that there is a Russian force out there. The Germans know it. The Swedes probably know it. And no one is panicking about the fact they're about to be wiped off the face of the earth. Why?
I have a feeling it stems from the Vittangi castle.
The what?
The Vittangi castle.
Yes, the question though is, are the people who are assured because they know that the Germans will protect them with something up their sleeves? Or are they assured because whoever's leading this entire organization has told them not to worry, and they believe they should not worry?
Jacques has just had a thought. He's going to do like a quick scan of the room and see if he notices anybody eating chocolate.
Yeah, there's a couple people.
Perhaps something in the chocolate, which they seem to be willing to hand out freely. Besides the meth, but something along more nefarious.
You're saying chocolate. That's
Yes,
strange that they have chocolate because wars tend to ration it. Where are they getting the cocoa beans from?
this is true, but Perhaps they had a large stockpile. I mean, this is Switzerland. They do make very nice chocolate.
Well, it would be very nice if it was Switzerland, but we're
I
in
mean, not
Sweden.
Switzerland. Yes, Sweden. Swedish chocolates are very nice.
Not really, no, but
I don't know. I've had some before. They're pretty good.
yeah, you want to go with the Swiss. But something still seems off about that. To give away something like that so regularly, especially if we look back at the Second World War in our own time, where they were discussing how the Americans would go ahead and be able to get chocolate, and how most of the German people had nothing, including the military, towards the end of the war.
Yes, but this is a little different. It seems as though the war has not gone quite as badly for the Germans.
Which is even more curious because the Germans lost with Hitler's support, despite the generals of Halder and the such. They lost the war because they failed to get the Caucasus oil, which begs the question, how were they able to stay in it longer without that oil supply?
This is a very good question. I have a feeling it has something to do with this Black Sun.
Yes, what do we know about the Black Sun?
Virtually nothing.
Are they within the German military?
The Russians seem to think so, that they were deep in league with each other.
What is the symbol of the Black Sun?
Jacques will kind of like look around, make sure no one's spying on us, and then show her that picture that he had. He still has it because he tucked it away. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it looks like that.
It is a black sun.
Indeed. It is quite literal.
So I'm sorry. As you guys are doing that, we will jump back to to Blake and Lieutenant Riesman, who are relaxing, presumably in the villa. Are you guys doing anything in particular?
I'm probably holding my gun, my new one, and getting acquainted with it.
Talk to me,
my
baby.
MP40.
I call her Lucille.
Okay.
Probably asleep because I wanted to fall asleep ever since I got hit in the head and no one would let me.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm letting him sleep.
Now he's in a coma. Great.
No doubt about it.
So,
Go to
yeah,
sleep.
you nod off. So, Blake, you hear some talking at the door, and the door opens, and a gentleman walks in with a parasol and kind of shakes it out, and you see something like fall onto the floor, and he, closes his parasol and puts it. Oh, sorry to disturb you. And he has like a satchel with him.
Who are you?
Oh, I was sent by the Storm Bonfiore to make sure that the maple syrup was properly stocked.
Oh no, we need more.
At the sound of maple syrup, I snap like awake fully. It's like, no, it's all gone. We could really use some more.
Okay.
Does he realize he dropped something?
What do you mean drop something?
You said that he dropped something on the floor.
There look like items or something that were on his parasol that fell off.
And he didn't notice, or he did?
He kind of noticed. He's like, he realizes it's like right when you walk in the door.
Okay. Yeah, how long until you get that maple syrup for us? We're really
he
in
opens
need
the satchel and he's got the bottles out. He walks over to the where there is another bottle of maple syrup, and he looks at the label, and he starts to put the fresh ones out, presumably.
Can we get some more? We have this woman who's traveling with us too, and her name's Bonnie. She tends to drink a lot of syrup.
Yeah, it's problematic, actually. We're thinking of having an intervention, but, just in case it goes south, we need to have plenty of syrup so we can, placate her.
Yeah, we don't want to get on her bad side.
I would have to speak to my superiors, but How much are you asking for?
Like twice this amount?
Oh, whatever you can spare.
Yeah, of course you would say that, Lieutenant. Sorry for asking for more. Sorry.
Okay, well, that's just rude, eh? I apologize.
And bring a straw.
Okay.
I have this idea that she would want a straw as well for some reason.
Sure. Okay. Let me. Do you need this now?
Just whenever you can get it, like Lieutenant Reisman would probably say.
Yeah, no, at your earliest convenience.
Okay, because I would have to check the shipments. Okay, all right. Very good. Yes. Sorry to bother you.
Oh no, it's our. It's me who apologizes, eh?
And he grabs his umbrella again and opens the door and opens up, and you can see something is hitting the umbrella as he walks out into the night. There's the door. There's a little light over the door and closes, and he leaves.
The umbrella screams when he grabs it.
So the thing that fell on the floor, is it still there?
These items that fell on the floor, yes, they are.
Okay, I'm not going to touch anything. I just want to get a closer look.
Okay, they are dead earwigs.
But they're dead, right?
Yes. They're not moving. They look dead.
Are these like the big earwigs like we've seen before? Or are these like normal size earwigs?
No, they're pretty big.
Oh man, dude, we've seen so many of these things. Like they fly around, and they're not good news.
So I don't think I want to touch that maple syrup now.
Bonnie can be our test subject.
Oh yeah, we have free healthcare if it goes south.
Yeah, see, there you go. We'll just send her to Canada.
There you go.
So we got to get rid of these earwigs, though. I will grab some, like, I don't know, if there's toilet paper or a towel or something, I will use that to pick up these earwigs and, like, drop them out the window outside or something.
Okay, I mean, you could open the door and dump them out, or you could open a window.
I'd probably do it out the window so that they're not just, like, there.
In front of the, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get the window for him.
Oh, look at you having manners holding the window open for me.
Yeah, it's all part of Canadian military training.
Oh, I'm sure.
You open the window, you can hear the noise of something hitting the cobble road and right in front of this villa, and you realize it's earwigs as you dump them out.
Like a bunch of them are hitting the road out there?
Like it's raining dead earwigs.
Oh, hell no. Window closed. Right
It's
away.
raining earwigs. Hallelujah.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Close the window. What do you want to do, Reisman?
Oh.
I'm not going out there in that.
No, agreed. We're definitely not going outside. So I don't have as much experience with the earwigs as you do. I've only encountered them once so far. So I will defer to whatever you suggest.
Well, if we had a flamethrower, I would just say burn it all like we've done in the past. Collateral damage is that. It's just collateral damage. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Maybe maple syrup?
Well, you don't want to waste good maple syrup.
Is it a waste if it helps? I mean, it did kind of work on the ghost dude.
Well, there's the difference between the pomade and the syrup. Are there people outside, like patrolling, or just like anyone outside at all?
Are you looking?
Yes. Yeah, I'll look.
Yeah, you catch under the couple like street lights, people with parasols walking.
Do they seem to be reacting? Yeah, I was going to say, are they reacting at all to...
No, just it's like another day.
Okay, so either there's something wrong with them, or there's something wrong with us. Now, I have suffered a traumatic brain injury.
Nothing's wrong with me.
So, yeah, whatever you decide's best, eh? Just as long as I get back to my gal in Moose Jaw.
I mean, go back to your gal. I mean, you will, but let's just chill and wait for everyone to return.
Sounds good to me, and I'll grab one of those bottles of maple syrup, and just when I think was it Blake?
Yeah.
I'm bad with remembering names. Yeah, so when Blake's not looking, I'll just like take a quick sip.
Okay. All right. We go back to the restaurant.
Well, no shit, there I was, balls deep, and that's about the time that things went awkward. Yes, 13, I agree, but you're not saying anything. Your mouth is moving. It's like a bad dub.
So it's a restaurant? It's not is it a restaurant or is it like a bar, nightclub type deal?
Yeah, it's a restaurant. There is a bar, and then presumably there's some kind of rooms that are upstairs.
Okay.
Who's sitting at the bar?
Some soldiers and some locals.
Anything interesting about the soldiers that stands out?
One of the soldiers has a red armband.
Begging your pardon, Jacques, does that armband mean anything to you?
Yes, it seems as though the ones that are partial to more information seems to be wearing them. The two that we killed out in the forest had them. Or well, the one that we killed out in the forest had them. The other one was just a mechanic.
I see. Give me a moment while I rack my brain. Peter, what's the soldier's rank?
It doesn't look like he has one.
Well, maybe you invite him to the table.
Perhaps.
Or we could go talk to him.
Yes. How drunk does he look?
Are you someone who knows people's intoxication levels?
Of course I do.
Okay, if he's drunk, he doesn't show it.
Okay. Well. Let's just keep an eye on him for the moment.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good one. Does he have a wedding ring on his fingers?
He's got gloves on.
Oh. Weirdo.
I'm gonna go grab another drink from the bar and stop and hit the toilet on the way back.
All right. Don't keep us waiting.
It's 13. Goes to the bathroom. Goes to one of the urinals. Does his business. Looks over to see if there's anybody around him.
Somebody walks in there to go use the toilet.
It's quite a night, isn't
it? He looks at. He's like, "Oh yeah, quite a night."
I'm new in town. Is this are you a regular here?
Do you come by here often?
Do you always come in uniform, or should I look for someone else?
You stomp your foot 2 times or 3. I've lost my train of thought completely.
You like Doogie Howard?
He's like, oh, it's a nice place to be. Yeah, all the time. You tried the lamb.
I'm not much of a meat eater, but are there any special clubs where you can get the finer cocktails?
What?
That sounds like a seduction roll.
Yeah, that sounds like an I don't have a clue what's going on here roll. If any young kids are watching, first of all, why? Second of all, pretend to your parents you don't understand this.
He was looking for fine cocktails.
Fine cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
You could use insight, observation, or persuasion. Difficulty 3.
Insight, observation, or persuasion.
Yeah, your difficulty is 3. You guys have 6 momentum? So you have that.
Use it all.
6 momentum.
Yep, there is a fortune pool with 3 fortune in it.
Yep.
I will use I guess observation. Insight.
I'd like to use fine cocktail.
That's 2 successes, and then I'm going to roll the third. That's a fail. So 1 momentum down.
And for 2 momentum, you could roll another die.
Well, we had 5.
We have 6 momentum. Oh, yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started with 6, so...
Mm-hmm.
Now we have 5.
Yeah.
If you spend 2, we would have 3.
That's still plenty.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
Yeah, 1 more. Get those cocktails. That's a success.
Okay. Yeah, he says he kind of looks you up and down. And
Does he like what he sees?
He says, Sprengten up gnome. And then he says, the talking gnome. 2 blocks.
Thank you. I find the drinks here are a little watered down. Need something a little stronger. This place hopefully will do the trick.
How much psychic damage does the waitress take when he says he finds the drinks watered down?
Hopefully none, because the waitress shouldn't be in the bathroom.
Your vicious mockery, she hears it even out there.
All right. So, so after this exchange, I presume you return.
Yep.
Are you going to wait for somebody else to show up?
We could keep RPing in the urinals all night.
Just stay in the urinals pissing. What are you doing here? This is where I meet people.
It's like just drinks the water bottle to keep going, like the Austin Powers skit. So yeah, 13 will go back. And can you spell the name of that?
It's the talking gnome, but I can write it out in German. Yes, the signs are in German here.
Jacques is gonna talk to Bonnie a little bit. Perhaps we get this more important German to come with us when we leave, and I happen to have some luminol in my medical satchel. It is a barbiturate, and barbiturates are known to help bring forth information.
That is true. However, I think we might be a bit better off just getting him upstairs as opposed to getting him to leave here.
This is true. Either way could work. I'm just saying, I dose him with some luminol. He sees things that aren't there and feels really good, and then we get him to spill his guts.
A question, because I don't know much about this drug. Can it be put into a drink?
Oh, most certainly. It
Oh,
is
that's-
usually taken orally.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, perhaps I can go ahead and get him a drink then.
Yes. Jacques will give her a couple of tablets of luminol out of his medical kit.
Okay.
Is anyone sitting around him?
There is a person on his left.
What does that person look like?
They look like a local.
Okay. I'll go up to the bar and get right to his right.
Okay.
Now sit.
See, he has a drink and he's just staring blankly.
Hello, bartender. What's good here? Sir, what are you having?
Molson.
What?
It's imported.
Mole shit?
Molson.
Oh, mole shit. I
Beer.
thought you said mole shit. I thought mole shit.
Yes, loosely translated. When they
It's not that far off, so.
Yeah.
when it's written out in German, it actually translates to mole shit. Yes.
Yes. I am good. The microphones.
It's like the weasel poop coffee, only beer.
Yes, and not strategic nuclear moose.
Right.
It's of course imported. So
Yeah. I'll have one of that then. You seem to be enjoying yourself.
okay. They you can see they pop the cap off and pour it into some crystal and hand it to you.
I'll accept. Well, cheers then, shall we?
Cheers.
I offer my glass to his.
Okay.
How
You
enthused does he seem to have someone talking to him?
He doesn't seem bothered. He doesn't seem as enthusiastic as some of the crowd, but he's not. Doesn't look depressed or anything.
Okay. And question, with this Swedish town, how rare is this drink?
This imported drink,
Mhm.
how rare is it?
Yes.
It's probably pretty standard.
Pretty
Because they
standard.
probably don't get a whole lot of stuff
Oh.
here.
Okay.
Unless they have a special importer somewhere.
Then the next question, how's the drink?
It's beer.
Yeah.
It's late. You're
Yes.
in middle of nowhere in Sweden at the end of World War II. I mean, it tastes freaking fantastic.
Okay. So, what brings you here at this hour?
A drink?
That was a good idea. Busy day?
Always.
Well, that sounds certainly fun. Tell me, I'm relatively new in town. What do you do around here to enjoy yourself?
Oh, I just have a few drinks, listen to some music.
Ah. Do you often come here?
Yeah.
Is this your favorite place?
Yeah, I would say so.
How long have you been here?
Oh, a couple of years.
Ah, that must be lovely. Do you like it?
Yes.
Ah, very good. What do you do here?
Just medical things.
Oh, you're a doctor?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh. A nurse, perhaps?
More of an assistant.
Ah, like an anesthesiologist?
No.
Ah, you're just a man of mystery, aren't you?
No, not really.
No. Oh, come now. Surely you can tell me. It sounds very interesting, your work.
I just assist. I assist some of the doctors. I don't do anything that exciting.
Oh, don't be silly. Look at yourself. That spiffy uniform. You're a handsome man who does many interesting things, I'm certain. Tell me about it. What has the war been like for you?
Give me a insight, observation, difficulty 1.
Okay, how do I roll dice in this game?
So it is 2d20.
Okay.
You're going to add the insight, whatever number that is,
Mm-hmm.
and then your observation, how many ranks you have in that.
Okay.
And you got to roll that number or under. If you wish to.
Okay. I rolled way under that number.
Okay.
I rolled a 4, and that number is a 13.
Okay. And so it's 2d20, so roll a second one.
Yeah. Oh, I just rolled them both at the same time. I got a 1 and a 3.
Okay, a 1 and a 3. So 1's a critical success. So you pick up 2 more for your momentum, and because it's only difficulty 1, so the extra goes to your momentum.
Oh.
So as you're having this conversation, you realize he realizes something. It kind of like dawns on him. Uh-oh. And he kind of slides his hand over, turning his shoulder to you, and he takes that red armband and just kind of and cuffs it and puts it in his pocket.
Is there something wrong? Is someone after you?
Oh, no. Just enjoying the drink, of course. When did you get here?
I see. Just recently. A few days ago, unfortunately.
Oh, well, you didn't come with this general, did you?
No, I was fleeing from the Russians.
Oh.
They're coming to this town. I'm worried I might have to leave again.
No. No. They won't get very far.
What do you mean? They're amassing a large army outside of here.
No, they will not take Vittangi. I mean, no.
How will you defend this?
Oh, Prior Hoffner. I mean, he has his ways. He will protect Vittangi.
Prior Hoffner. That name isn't familiar to me.
Oh, he is in Vittangi Castle.
Really?
Yes.
What type of man is he?
He's a man of... he is a real man of mystery, of course.
Oh, don't show yourself short. Does he happen to be the doctor you were talking about?
No. He is more of a man in touch with the spirit realm or things outside of this world.
The spirit realm? How fascinating. Do you know anything about it?
No, I do not.
What do you mean by the spirit realm? Last time I checked, that was only in fairy tales and Louisiana cults.
You familiar with the Black Sun?
I've heard the name before, but I know very little about them.
He is their leader.
The leader of the Black Sun here?
Well, he is the leader here. He is, I don't know if he is the leader of the Black Sun, but surely at Vittangi Castle he is.
God. The members of the Black Sun, there were 2 of them who helped me and several of my sisters escape from the Russians. Is there any way I could thank him in person?
I don't think he's any shape to be thanked. He doesn't like visitors or guests.
Is he all right?
Or both.
Is there something wrong with him?
Someone tried to assassinate him.
What?
Yes.
Probably a filthy Russian bastard spy or something.
I'm not sure.
Is he all right?
In a wheelchair. He kind of looks around like, should I really be talking about this? And he's like,
insert concern on face.
Yeah, his region was about obliterated, and he lost his foot.
No. That's unbelievable. That's horrendous. Is there anything I can do?
But no, there's nothing any of us can do. But he is in good spirits.
That is good. That is very good. I don't know what to say. The Black Sun has done so much for me.
It has done so much for everyone here. It'll protect us.
What exactly? Now, I don't exactly know what the Black Sun is, though.
Oh, it is. It's the door to many worlds, I would say.
That's a very interesting motto, is it? Is it a German unit?
I believe so. Or who else would have thought of it?
That is true. Tell me, do you come from Germany originally?
Oh, around Hamburg.
Really? Ah. How do you feel about what has happened there?
The day will come.
I'm certain that it will. Especially if if the Russians have anything to say about it. Yes, filthy dogs, barely more than animals at the end of the day.
Go ahead and give me another insight observation. Observation.
Am I supposed to roll both of these at the same time, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter, but you do roll both of them.
I generally roll them at the same time.
Okay.
That's fine. 2 and a 5. That's 7.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to worry about adding them up.
Okay.
Yeah, they're separate rolls. So like some things might take 2 successes.
Yeah. So the difficult, so
1.
you get one more momentum. Difficulty is 1. You notice as you're talking to him, he has a moment of, I probably need to leave. So he kind of gets up. He's like, thank you much. And he reaches in and puts some money on the table and thanks you. He's like, it was good meeting you. I will see you around, hopefully. And he begins to walk to the door.
Yes, you will. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and do a small motion with just 2 fingers that shows that I'm going to follow.
Okay.
And it's up to them if they want to follow as well.
Yeah. Jacques kind of wait. Does the guy go outside?
Yes, he immediately heads to the door and goes outside.
Yeah, Jacques will wait until Bonnie goes outside, and then he'll kind of gesture to 13 for us to get up and head out.
I'm going out to the door, and as he's walking outside, he starts walking away so I can see where he's going. I'm going to yell, shall we meet back again tomorrow?
He kind of looks around as he's looking for like a vehicle and to catch a ride, and he's tomorrow, same time.
I look forward to it.
Yes, and he gets in a car.
What's it look like?
It is like a Fiat.
Mm-hmm.
And it begins to drive away.
Looking around, does anything look out of place outside?
You realize there's like things hitting you on the head now. And you look down and they're dead earwigs. Falling from the sky. It's like raining dead earwigs.
I'm going to go back inside then. Fuck that.
Okay.
As I go back inside, I want to look at every person in the room as best I can, just glancing around, and see if there's anyone else besides my two friends who seem like they're making any motion towards the door, or who seem to be paying any attention to what just happened.
That you, like, this whole scene, like you following somebody, like...
Yeah, me following the person out, or him suddenly getting up, or anything like that.
Not really. Nobody, I mean, somebody may have had a conversation and noticed you walk by their table, but they haven't really taken a long look or studied you or anything.
Okay. And when the earwigs were falling, how thick were they on the ground when I was out there?
Not very thick, because there is somebody sweeping them up off like the sidewalk area.
Okay, I'll ask him more. Yeah, busy night.
Yeah, hopefully this will not last too late.
How long has it been going on so far?
30 minutes.
Good heavens. Well, if all goes well, it should not be too long. Thank you, sir. Now go back inside.
Okay.
Yeah, 2,800 is probably what he got into.
And there were no special markings on the vehicle. It's just like some random Swede picked him up because he flagged him.
Yeah, they have courtesy drivers. The beginnings of Uber.
That's an interesting idea, then. I'm going to go back and sit with Jacques again and say, it appears to be raining earwigs.
Oh,
It's not good.
Also, he just got into a vehicle almost like a courtesy driver. We intend to meet up again tomorrow. I'm thinking about telling him that that's what I do for a living. It might get me inside of the castle.
This is true.
Any castle that has been infiltrated by the enemy does not have long for this world. If I can get inside and get to the guardhouse, I should be able to open the gates or stage something that will get their attention.
Oh, I am quite capable at making distractions, should you need one.
I like you already, my good Jacques.
He seemed like he left you in a hurry.
He did. Something seemed wrong, and he suddenly had to go. After the earwig stop, I think we should head back.
Hey, tell me, did he mention anything of use?
Very much so. Very much. And I'm going to go over most of the conversation with them, Peter, mainly because I have no idea how to pronounce some of the names you've given me.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to explain the name of the person there and how he's in a wheelchair after the assassination attempt.
Yeah, Prior Hoffer.
Prior Hoffer, yes.
Those are the same wounds that the Eric the Red Ghost received. Almost to a T.
I think that somehow he took control of the ghost.
Something along those lines.
Or maybe he became ethereal in some degree.
Or perhaps he was linked to this ghost and controlling it.
Exactly. There are many questions here which I do not like. But it does.
If he is in a shabby medical condition, I can perhaps get inside under the guise of being the doctor. I am in fact a surgeon.
Perhaps, though from what it sounds like they have many good doctors on hand. Do you have any credentials that might be usable?
Well, I am legally certified in quite a few different places, and Jacques pull out a little out of his wallet. Have you ever seen one of those wallets where the cards flip down, just a whole row of them?
Yes.
Got a whole row of different medical certifications.
Perhaps if I take my new friend back to the castle tomorrow, I'll have a chance to get an audience with him. In which case I could then suggest that I know a brilliant surgeon who's just arrived, and then we'd be able to get you in as well as with your assistant.
Yes. That would be pushing it to the very end of our timeline, though, with the Russians.
I don't think we have much of a choice in the matter. They don't seem concerned with the Russians.
This is true.
You said that you did absolutely nothing to the ghost until you used maple syrup, correct?
Yes, it was that weird pomade stuff.
So what I'm thinking then is that if he's able to command an army of ghosts with his troops, most likely the ones with the red armbands, the Russians would be able to do nothing to them and the Russian army would be routed very quickly. Do the Russians know about the maple syrup?
It did not seem so.
We should get a message out to them very quickly.
I find it hard that they would believe you.
I find it hard to go ahead and say they have much of a choice in the matter. Tell me, how much maple syrup do you think we'd be able to get our hands on if we tried here?
Not enough for an army.
I don't think we need enough for an army, just enough for a few tank shells and submachine guns.
Perhaps that Riesman fellow, he seems to be keen on this stuff.
Indeed. I might be able to work out a device to drip the maple syrup just over the barrel, a single drop for each round when you fire. That would make it so we're not wasting it.
This is true. Previously, I had coated my magazine and the stuff.
Yes, that would work. If we can make it more efficient, then it would definitely help our cause at the very least.
This conversation we're having, by the way, Peter, is in French, so the Germans don't know what we're saying.
Exactly.
That does get you looks of kind of annoyance.
That's fine.
It's better than them knowing what we're saying.
Yeah. I think we should head back. It's getting late.
I learned that there's a place around the corner 2 blocks away called the Talking Gnome, where it's a cocktail bar, finer, more upscale than this place. You may be able to meet more higher-ranking personnel, and since it is more of a specialty, we may be able to find some extra quality maple syrup.
That's actually a very good idea. Okay, if you two would both pardon me, you two go to the bar first. I'm going to get the car and bring it back.
Yes, perhaps when we go to the next bar, you apply your feminine charms to try and get a likely person to know something into your car, at which point I drug him, and then we ask a lot of questions.
That's always possible. You are in a German uniform. I should be able to get you both. All right, then. Let us go. Get on out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's officially a bar crawl. We're hitting 2 bars.
2 girls, 1 bar.
Could be a lot worse.
Yep.
Could involve a cup.
It already has involved a few of them.
All right, so the 3 of you are headed out and going to the Talking Gnome?
Yes.
We go back to Blake and Lieutenant Reisman.
Okay. I'm assuming we're just sitting around waiting for them to come back. Did Lieutenant Reisman fall back asleep?
No, I stayed awake, but did that sip of maple syrup do anything to me?
I mean, probably you've got a high maple syrup tolerance.
That's true. All Canadians do.
But this maple syrup, you can tell, is very, very pure. Probably, if there was a grade, it would have the highest grade. Like, people don't walk around handing out maple syrup like this to anybody. Somebody's got it.
This is the stuff that's $20 at the grocery store for a little tiny tin can of it.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Like this is probably like $1 million Canadian.
Street value.
Yeah.
That's only like 15 German. It's not that much.
They give you the sugar foot in just one sip.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just keep that to myself and tuck a bottle or two into my coat. And I guess I'm just watching the earwig rain and being really grossed out by the sounds of millions of tiny earwigs just hitting the ground.
Yeah, if he's looking out the window, I'll probably be over there looking out the window as well.
All right, you guys can.
That's not good when you laugh.
Yeah, how is this not the strangest thing we've seen today, eh?
Y'all gonna die.
You might.
Give me insight observation, difficulty 2, if you wish.
Okay. Do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that?
Both of you guys can do it.
Oh, my character sheet closed.
Insight observation. Okay, I'm going to buy 1 extra die.
Okay.
Just to increase my chances of getting difficulty 2.
How much do we have left, by the way?
5. So we were at max.
Okay, then I want to also do that.
By 1?
Let's go by 2.
Ooh.
So that would be 3 points total. So we'd be down to 2.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine by me. I mean, I usually roll well enough to get them back, right?
That's true. You replaced every single one last time.
1 success, 1 fail.
Yes, but enough about my
And
life in school.
so I got 3 successes, 1 fail.
Okay, and I got 3 successes.
Okay, so add the extras to your momentum. Both of you, as you're looking out the window, looking at the earwig rain, catch out of the corner of your eye something moving very fast. It goes looks like it goes right up the side of the building.
Like the one we're in.
Like the one you're in, like right up the side. Whew.
And it was big?
Yeah, it wasn't like the size of a bird or a squirrel. It was big.
Like human size?
Yeah, like human size.
Does it go past us, like past the floor that we're on?
Yeah, you got to catch it out of the corner of your eye, just like a black flash. Goes right up goes right up the side of the building.
Oh, well, it passed us. It's probably fine, eh?
Do we hear any noise of something bigger on the roof or the walls or whatever?
Or screams.
Yeah, anything.
You hear what sounds like a window opening, like a latch opening.
Like down the hall?
Like upstairs.
Like directly above us?
Yes.
Okay, open the window. I'm going to stick myself out with the MP40 and I'm going to shoot straight up at it.
Yeah, I throw the window open.
All right,
Okay.
I do that.
Keep your mouth closed though, because those earwigs are still coming.
Oh yeah, nope, that's done deal. Done deal. In
Picture
fact, I
me,
pull my
so,
shirt up over
catches
my
one
face.
right in the eye.
Yeah.
This is a difficulty 2.
Okay, and how much do we have right now of momentum?
We have 4 now.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to use all the momentum. And, no, I don't know if I use all, but I am
You can use
definitely going to
3.
add 3 more to it, so.
Well, you can add 2 more dice.
All right, 1 success, 1 fail. So 2 successes.
Okay, so you open the window, pop up as the earwig rain is falling, and blast the MP40. You can see the window has flung open, and you catch the glimpse like a black, looks like foot maybe, and lay into it. You hit, and all the glass comes down, and it starts to land on you, and the foot, it just vanishes into the second floor.
All right.
You are hit with like some kind of black ichor that kind of just splots all over you.
All right, close the window, close the window. I pull myself back in and get down.
Okay.
So, Lieutenant Reisman, as you're looking at him, you can see he's got glass on him, and there's a couple dead earwigs fall off him, and then it looks like he's got black moss splotches on his face.
All right. So whatever toilet paper, whatever he used to pick up the earwigs in the first place, all wrapped my hand like that around my hand, and just like looks like you got some of that moss on your face there.
Thanks.
I'm
assuming you're wiping it off.
Yeah, I'll try to wipe it off.
Okay.
Now, is this like the good toilet paper, or is this like the gas station one where
as long as it's not extra sauce,
it comes right through it?
Yeah, no, I don't want that extra sauce stuff. It's got to be like a tough, single ply is fine.
Yeah, it should be like 12 grit or something. Just.
So how are your motor functions at this point? How do you feel like?
My coordination is 10, but I do have several skull fractures.
Yeah, they're fixed-ish.
They were mostly fixed. If I have to roll for it, I will.
Yeah, coordination. I would say.
Survival? Medicine?
Medicine? I'll go with medicine or athletics.
Okay, I'll go with medicine because I actually have something.
Steady hand. So the difficulty is 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 threats so I can roll a 3rd die.
Okay, good.
Oh God.
Is this the first time you've given Peter?
No, it's not. No,
we did a lot the other session.
Yeah, we've done
explosives.
It. Yeah. Okay, so good news, bad news situation. I got the 2 successes, but I also rolled a natural 20.
Complication.
So are you guys okay with me giving him 2 more threat to ignore that, or?
I mean, I've still got 28 sticks of dynamite, or not 28, 26 sticks of dynamite. We should be good.
Okay, I'll give you 2 more threat.
Okay. So all right, good.
Meanwhile, 12 sticks of dynamite go off randomly.
Yeah, they just come through the window.
So yeah, you managed to carefully remove the moss. What are you doing with the item in hand?
That's going straight out the window.
Okay, so chuck it out the window.
I open the window.
The door comes flying open, and that soldier who was outside was like, "What the hell is going on?" And he's got his MP40 looking around. Are you okay?
I mean, I think so. Glass and everything fell on me.
What? Where is it?
That thing went up. It's above us.
Upstairs.
He grabs his weapon and runs and heads up the stairs.
Oh man, he didn't even.
We're right behind you, eh? We'll just guard the rear, extreme rear.
Are you running behind him?
No, I'm gonna close and lock the door.
All right, I'll ride it out with you.
Unless you want to go up there, I mean,
I do, but I understand how you Canadians are. So if I need to stay here and protect you, I'll do that. But
we're more of a peacekeeper than.
Well, yeah, actually, we need to go keep the peace upstairs, though.
Okay, so I'll unlock it and we can make our way up.
All right. So as soon as he does, I bolt after the other guy.
Okay, so you've fallen directly behind him up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, so he runs up the stairs. He's got his weapon drawn. He sees you coming up. He's like, "Are you? I will go straight. You take it." He points in a direction like down the hall.
I used to play this game where you're not supposed to split the party. Are you sure you want to take a separate direction? All right, see ya. And I turn and go.
Yeah,
Come on, Reisman, stick with me.
We'll never forget you, Sergeant Unnamed.
Bye-bye, red shirt.
So you go down the hall. The door is closed to this room.
Yeah, I'll kick it open. Bam!
Okay, there's a night lantern on, and it's a bed with a nightstand. There is a window in here. It is closed.
It's not one of the broken ones. Okay.
No,
it's not this room.
Well, he didn't break the window. He unlatched it.
True.
Oh no, he broke it. No, he broke
window.
it. Yeah, he broke it. Yeah, it got broken with that. That's right. All right, next place.
Yeah, next room. Close that door though.
Oh yeah, closed, locked. Whatever we can do to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Do not disturb sign.
I kicked the next door open. Boom.
There's a same. This one's got like a small little desk, writing desk, with a light, a lantern lit, and
but nobody's
like
in here.
couch.
Why are all these lights on and nobody's in these rooms?
As a father, that annoys the hell out of me.
That's just how evil the Nazis are, wasting electricity and adding to carbon emissions even now.
Yeah, I'll just sigh, readjust the thermostat, and turn the light off.
You guys give me insight observation difficulty 2.
Okay.
The thermostat does not work.
I'm going to add a momentum.
You mean we only have one left. Okay, so we're out of momentum right now.
Okay. 1 success.
Yeah.
1 success.
So we got 2 between us. Does that count for anything?
No.
Okay. Well, this character was fun.
All clear.
The thing standing right in front of us.
So the window is closed. It looks like the room is. It looks like the last room, untouched.
Yeah, dude, this room's clear. We need to go to the next one. Close the door.
Okay.
Quit messing with the lights and the thermostat. We don't have time for that. Next one. Boom!
Rave party!
You go to kick in the door as it opens, and the soldier comes out. What are you doing?
Wait, this is the soldier that just went the other way?
Yeah,
Same guy.
Place isn't that? Yeah, it's not that big. He's like, nothing in here. The busted window, though.
This sounds like a thing situation going on here.
Does this guy look the same, or is something off about him?
He looks the same.
Why'd you go in there and close the door?
So nothing would run out.
Yeah, I mean, it would have had to run through you to get out.
Yeah.
Do you have any of that maple syrup, Lieutenant?
So the special stuff, there's only enough to really coat like a bullet.
Yeah.
Or like maybe like a couple of fingers.
You didn't grab the other. Okay, so I'll just.
No, it's not it's not the maple syrup itself. It's the pomade, which is kind of a special concoction of Canadiana.
Gotcha. Okay, so I got nothing. All right. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Are my hands still sticky from before?
No.
Damn. I mean, I soaked them in the pomade. I mean, they soaked.
Okay.
Then
you just never wash your hands?
No.
Pretty much. I mean, I would have washed them in the rain, but it's raining, earwigs, not water. So.
EP's in the shower. Let's not forget.
Okay. Do I believe this guy is being honest with me? Like, does it make sense that he would have gotten to this room when we went opposite directions or different directions?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to roll that. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Okay. I will push past him though and search the room as well.
Okay. Give me insight observation. Difficulty 2.
Yeah, I'm not going to be good enough to get it. Yeah, just 1 success.
I mean, the window is closed now, but its glass is broken. And other than that, with the bed and the bureau, it looks undisturbed.
Is looking around, you just said it looks undisturbed. Like, there's no evidence that anything was here other than the window.
Mm-mm.
Do any, shadows look unusual?
No.
Okay.
If I look out the window, do I see anything?
You look out the window, you can see that there's the dead earwigs on the ground, and the guard that was standing in front of the door is gone.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything. If I step back out into the hallway, does it look like there's any markings on the ground? Maybe earwig guts from being squished under something's feet or anything like that?
No.
Should we go to the next room?
You've searched all these. There's only 3 rooms up here. You've searched them all.
Oh, this isn't a big place. Okay.
So is it just like the? So like, are there any bathrooms or anything like that attached to these, or are they just like literally like a bedroom?
That's a very good question. The room with the broken window does have a bathroom in it. The door is open. There looks like a bathroom.
I just want to look around the bathroom.
Okay. See if anybody comes in, chat them up.
Well, yeah, that's right. It's the thing to do.
Apparently, got to film TikToks asking them questions.
What brings you here? Do I need to roll anything, or?
Yeah. Give me observation, insight.
Observation, insight.
Insight, observation. Yeah.
Okay. This seems like kind of a big, like an important role. So, I'm going to spend one of those fortune for the critical success.
Okay.
And then I roll the extra die.
Yeah. So you would roll. Yeah, just roll your extra dice. You get momentum.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a 3 on the dice, so
okay.
We are back up to 1 momentum and 2 fortune.
So go in the bathroom. You look, looking around. You look into the bathroom mirror. You see something behind you and quickly vanishes.
Ooh. So I snap around just to see if there's anything.
Nothing.
All right, I'll tell Blake that I saw something in the mirror. Which direction was it? Was it heading? Like, was it heading towards the door, or was it heading back towards the window, or did it duck down, climb up?
It seemed like it would be heading back into the room.
Okay, there's something in the room.
You said you saw something in the mirror. I mean, are you just relieved you're not a vampire? I don't understand. I didn't see anything.
No, whatever climbed up the wall, it's in the room somewhere there, eh? Can I actually like rip the mirror off the wall?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that and just bring it out, and just sort of angle it around to see if I can catch it, just in case that's the only way we can see it.
Yeah, you rip it off, pieces come off. So Blake, what is your state right now? Is your adrenaline going? Are you?
Oh, for sure. Oh no, my adrenaline's going for sure.
So as you're doing that, Lieutenant Reisman, you hear the soldier who is with you start speaking in German, and he cocks his gun and points it at Blake. He's backing away from him. And as you do that with the mirror and you look into the room, you can see that Blake's wings have come out.
Okay, I've been meaning to ask you about that, eh? First, I thought it was just because, like, what's going on with that?
Do I see any wings?
Are you looking?
In the mirror? In the mirror? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is that? Get it off me! Get it off me!
Okay, now I have lots to consider. Okay, but the first thing, so that German guy, so he's pulled his gun, right?
Oh yeah, he's got it pointed. Yeah, you guys, it's initiative. You guys are up.
Get it off me!
I tell him that the officer's looking like he's going to shoot you.
You what?
I let you know that the guy's got his gun drawn on you, in case you want to go first.
Do not shoot me. Fine, I will go first, and I will try to take the gun from him. because I'm assuming he's not the bad guy. I only got one success though.
Is this? I'm guessing this is one of those opposed rolls.
I don't know. I was assuming hand to hand of some sort. Could be close quarters.
It would be hand to hand, difficulty 2.
Okay. Well, either way, I did not ask for momentum first, so I only have one success to disarm him.
I would let you roll if you wish.
Okay. How much momentum can I spend, guys?
Just the one.
Just one? Okay, so I'll do one then. And I don't think that's going to be good enough. Is that a brawn fighting?
Yeah.
Or would it be coordination fighting?
I would say brawn because you're trying to rip it from his hands.
All right. That's not going to be good enough, so I only have one success. I kind of grab it, and it's a stalemate. Like, this guy's stronger than I expected. I'm probably freaking out a bit because of the wings.
Okay.
As I'm holding the gun, I'm like, dude, please don't shoot me. I need to get this off my back.
Okay. Let's see. So it'll be it's my turn unless you guys can keep the initiative.
We're out of momentum, so we'd have to give him threat.
If you want to do that, I am fine with that decision.
All right, take your threat. I'm sure it won't come back to haunt us at all.
All right.
So yeah, I'll take my turn. I'll pull out the brown note gun, and I'll take a shot at him. So that's a range weapon, right? So that's coordination. Is that coordination fighting?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's considered exotic.
Okay. Oh. I don't think I have exotic for that, do I? Or is it just
I gave you. Yeah, you've got.
Okay, so it's just a general skill then. It's not like I have to choose specifically what it applies to.
No, but however many ranks you have in fighting,
yep,
that becomes a critical.
Right. Yep. So I got 2 successes, but they were both above my fighting rank.
Okay, so it wasn't a critical success.
It wasn't a critical success, but I succeeded with both of them.
Okay, so yeah, you hit him with this. So go ahead and roll 5 stress. So that's 3 physical, 2 mental.
Do you want the mental dice rolled separately?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the physical, that's 2. Well, it's 1. They both rolled 1 damage and an effect, right? So they were like the 5/6. And then the other one was the third dice for physical was a miss or was 0, and then for the mental damage, another hit and an effect. So 3 damage total, and I think that bypasses any resistance you might have.
Yeah. So yeah. So Blake, give me a will resilience roll, difficulty 2.
Oh, I didn't realize it was area of effect.
Well, he is grappling.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, nope, not good. I rolled a nat 20 and a 13, and I needed to be lower than a 7, so...
What kind of complication can you get from crapping your pants? Like, I guess you slip.
Yeah, I slip on my own crap.
Yeah.
You leave a trail behind you.
That sounds like my 3-year-old this morning and yesterday. Potty training, it's fun.
Literally a shit show. So the soldier is just like, he looks very sick to his stomach, and Blake just explodes. It just covers the wall.
Yeah.
If there's an invisible creature, is it outlined?
Yes, it's all part of the master plan.
It's like a glitter dust spell.
His location.
You know what? Yes, it does. Now you can see the thing.
Okay, I'm only using ranged weapons on it.
Until it gets close.
So I'll shout to the German guy. It's like, okay, that's the thing to worry about for now, and then we can deal with the wings later.
Okay, so he just is panicked and lets go of the weapon, and the image of this thing that is now covered with a fecal matter.
The most explosive of diarrhea
is there for one moment, and then the next is gone, and you can see like drips of it on the windowsill and the broken window.
Well, I think we handled that well. It'll think twice before coming back, that's for sure.
Maybe. That was awful. My stomach hurts so bad, man.
So 13 and Jock and Bonnie, as you guys are headed out in the earwig rain down the road, you are passed by, you hear a whistle, and you see a couple soldiers come running past you as fast as they can.
Past us towards the house?
Yeah, they seem to be headed in the direction of where you were staying.
This is not good.
What did Blake do?
That is what I am wondering.
We should walk, not in a hurry, but at a measured pace, just to see what's going on.
We aren't. How far are we from our car that we drove here?
Did you drive a car there?
We didn't drive the car here. We walked here.
Yeah, you walked.
Yeah, we'll kind of pick up the pace a little bit, but not look like we're running down the road.
I have to go to the store anyway. While we're going down the road, I'm keeping my eyes open, seeing how the civilian population acts and the other soldiers act.
The people are just kind of like, they hear the whistle and they move out of the way, very casually.
Jacques is still in the military.
They don't look panicked. I mean, they're just kind of like, oh, okay.
Jacques in a military uniform, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can see other soldiers running from like alleyways and different ways, all coming to this one point.
Jacques, you run ahead. It will be normal for you. 13 and I will stay back with the civilian crowd.
Very well. Jacques will be running.
Okay.
Acting like all the other soldiers are.
You run up to the villa. You get there. There's no guard there. There's a couple of soldiers, like, looking around, and they're, like, searching the area. They're walking down, and because at some point the whistle stopped. You look up the second floor. There's glass. There's glass on the street, and the second floor window has been blown out.
So creepy.
It's not the only thing.
Jacques will kind of be wandering around with the other soldiers, seeing what their thoughts are. He's not asking about anything. He's just kind of moving with the other soldiers that are kind of searching around, seeing if they're saying anything.
Yeah, they once like 3 or 4 more show up, they all like make a line and bust into the villa. They go through the door and start running through the. Are you going in with them, following them?
Yeah. I'm acting like I fit. You know, I'm like doing the same things they are.
Okay. You guys upstairs hear the door bust. There's a commotion out front, and you hear the door break open.
I think we get back to our room, pretend none of this happened.
Yeah.
You are hearing shouts in German as they head up the stairs.
I'm changing my clothes back in our room very quickly.
So you're in this upstairs bedroom.
I don't think we have time to get back down.
I mean, you could go to the closet and start changing. I mean, there's clothes.
For sure.
I said the closet was full.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw these clothes out the window. The broken one.
Jacques, are you going inside?
Yeah, I'm moving up with the soldiers.
Okay, good. You didn't have to roll to see if you were hit with the clothes.
Just hit by some shitty britches.
As you go in, you can
the
hear
shittiest of britches.
Blake is the real streak.
As you go in, you can hear something with like a splat hit the sidewalk. Do you look back? Do you continue going forward?
I mean, I'd probably give a glance over my shoulder, but I'm trying to fit in with these Germans.
Oh, it's too bad Luther's not here. We could probably convince him it's a melted chocolate bar.
Friends like you, who needs enemies?
All right. So, they're running upstairs. Lieutenant Riesman, you can hear them shouting in German, and they come through the door with their weapons drawn. They see the soldier. He's kind of like in the corner, like sitting, hunched down, and just does not look well. The wall is covered. Blake is near the naked, trying to change his clothes.
So I'm just like, hey guys, there was a little situation, but I think we handled it pretty well. So, we're good. You can all just stand down and, go back about your business. Nothing to see here. Pretty routine stuff, really.
Blake, give me will and resilience.
This is for the emotional
Difficulty
trauma.
1.
This was the aftershocks.
I did get one success.
Okay. Lieutenant Riesman, you notice he does not have his wings. They are gone.
Okay. Yeah, no, Steve, we handled everything. So, yeah.
Jacques.
Good response time, guys. Good job.
Jacques kind of standing at the back of the pack, all these Germans. Do I get an idea of what happened here? Like,
you could probably smell it.
What does Jacques assume just happened? Like,
firecracker went off that smells like shit.
There looks to be a very distressed a German soldier. There is excrement on the wall, but it's in the shape of like an outline of a figure. You can see there's some on the windowsill. Blake is like hurriedly grabbing clothes to try to put clothes on. And Lieutenant Riesman is holding some
on one
kind of
foot.
Weird. He's got,
as he's like pulling the pants up.
He just keeps
the
apologizing.
mirror in the bathroom has been ripped off and is on the floor. And Lieutenant Riesman is holding some weird exotic gun that you've seen before.
I think one day we'll all just look back at this and laugh.
You see, this is a new thing that has been happening. Jacques will be speaking to all the German soldiers in German because they were all speaking in German when they were under pressure, right? Like when they were. Yeah. So Jacques will begin speaking to them in German, telling him, there has been quite the outbreak of how do we say this delicately? Explosive dysentery, recently running its way through the town. It is caused by the shellfish. I would not eat any of it anymore.
The one guy walks over to the German and just kind of pops him on the head, like, "Why were you eating shellfish?" They get him up and they're like handling him gently, and they're like, "Oh, you can see that."
Did he maintain
no
bowel control? Okay.
No, he did not.
Okay. Because if he did, I would say that he deserves some sort of like commendation. But I'll just look at him and shake my head in disgust.
They thought about bringing him into the bathroom, but they realized that this is the villa that the general's supposed to be staying at, and they're
perhaps you go and dunk him in the lake.
I mean, there's a bathroom right here.
They stop. Is it okay?
Oh yeah, no, the bathroom's pretty clean.
I would say so. It looks as though he did not make it to the bathroom.
That is affirmative.
So they bring him into the bathroom and close the door.
Yeah, it was so bad. The German guy even crapped Blake's pants.
So after they take him to the bathroom, I'm going to turn to these two. What the ever-living shit happened here?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what it was.
But I have never seen this magnitude, and I have seen a variety of diseases that cause erratic defecation.
Oh well, yeah, that was just this, and I just sort of hold the gun up. We can talk about it when there's nobody else around, eh?
Yes. I do not know how to explain this to the others.
Just tell them it was the salmon moose.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid it stinks in here, so I will be not being in here.
Yeah, no, we can just go back down to our room. I think they've got the rest of this handled.
Indeed.
Chocolate rain.
So, do they just let us go? Like, can we just go back down to our?
Yeah, they don't want to be in this room either. So they're just like, we're out of here, dude.
Yeah, so I'll just explain that we saw something strange scurry up the side of the building, and we went to pursue it. Whatever it is could turn itself invisible, so we had to resort to unusual methods to try to detect it.
So you blasted it with shit?
Oh, yes, that's in a roundabout way. Lieutenant Blake engaged in an epic battle for control over his own colon, and he fought valiantly, but in the end, well, you saw the results. The good news is, whatever it was, it was so grossed out that it ran away. Well, we may even be able to track it because it certainly left a trail.
I would have to say all one would have to do is follow their nose.
It was a strategic decision.
So we are looking for shit prints then.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing unusual with that.
Well, have you finished cleaning yourself up, Blake?
Yeah. But all I can find is this undersized shirt and pants that are really tight. And I start trying to pull it away from my crotch, and I just can't. It's super tight. They're probably like orange capris that are like skin tight, and like the shirt probably only goes to like half my forearm, and it's a button up where like you can see in between each button because it's wanting to burst.
So who did the defecating?
I mean, wasn't it obvious?
You may want to not eat so much cheese, and I am saying this as a Frenchman. You had quite the
blockage.
Yes.
You were bound up a little too much.
I don't think it had to do with cheese. I think it had everything to do with his little gun over there.
Yes, but that was quite the volume of...
Yeah.
Yeah, you... how long has it been? Like, has it been a few weeks?
I mean, I don't think I've shit since I signed up to work for Boris. So, yeah, it's been a long time.
It was basically like a cone. It was just like a cone.
Yeah, it was a 15-foot cone.
Yeah.
Whatever bound you up, I recommend no longer eating.
So 13 and Bonnie, where are you guys at? Bonnie was staying back with civilians, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 13 was too, because they're both dressed like civilians.
Do we notice anything interesting about the Germans who are responding besides the fact they're speaking German?
Yeah, they seem to be... you wouldn't have to make a roll. It seemed to be like... the fact they were speaking English was some sort of strange order that they had, and in a panic, they speak German, obviously. Yeah. So they seem kind of hurried, and then there's a commotion like across the street down an alley, and they start yelling, and you can speak German, right?
Yes.
They start yelling for the medic.
I'm going to run over there.
A medic, maybe an exorcist?
I'm going to run over to the alley.
Yeah, there's a bunch of German soldiers over this one. You look now, and it looks like one of the soldiers that was guarding this villa, and his face is just torn apart, like some kind of animal, like slashed it to pieces. It's all down his chest, and he is just bleeding everywhere.
Is he breathing?
Yes.
Okay. And it slashed his face, you said?
Yeah, it was like his face, like all the way down to his sternum.
I'm going to turn to one of the other soldiers and say, I am a nurse. Give me your field kit.
Yeah, he just he hands it to you.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and tell the guy, this is going to hurt greatly. Hold your breath. And I'm going to put carefully try and put the clotting agent on his face where the cuts are.
Okay.
I should stop bleeding.
Yeah.
It's very painful. But that's kind of all I have besides giving him morphine, which won't help the situation at all right now.
Okay. 13, you can see that this going on, and then you see the rest of your crew come out, and Blake is dressed differently.
He would see them, and he kind of like motions them this way.
Blake flexes, does a button fly off and like take out a German?
I probably can't flex. This is like Swedish made, so it's probably really, really high quality.
That's Swiss.
It's like being in a straitjacket.
Right.
IKEA clothes.
Yeah, I feel like a bodybuilder who never like worked out properly, so I don't have the full range of motion. Like, oh yeah, just scratch your shoulder.
You can't bend your legs, so you're just like kind of waddling.
Yeah, I waddle and I walk like this now.
Yeah, if Jacques sees Bonnie like over a wounded person, he's gonna come running up.
Okay. You see the same scene that Bonnie did.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah,
yes, Jacques gonna try and attend to this man's wound and keep him from dying. Does he look like he's about to die, kind of deal?
He looks in a rough shape, yeah.
Yeah, Jacques will try and give him some first aid, make sure he doesn't die so we can get some information from him.
Doctor, go ahead and stay here. I'll get the car and we can bring him to the medical facility.
Yes, this is, he needs surgery, post-haste.
He looks like he got mangled.
You want just a regular first aid, Peter?
Yeah, so that's an auto success, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can stabilize him. I mean, obviously he's going to need medical treatment, but
depends on the difficulty, I guess. Anyways, if it's a difficulty 1, then I auto succeed.
Yeah, it's a difficulty 1 just to get him, because the infirmary is not that far away. So as you two are doing that, and the three of you, 13 and Blake and Lieutenant Reisman are out with the crowd as the soldiers are all gathered around. So Lieutenant Reisman and 13 and Blake, give me observation, insight, observation, difficulty 1.
Okay. 1 success.
1 success.
0 successes.
So Blake and Lieutenant Reisman, you can see as these soldiers are coming out, there's more and more showing up. There are a couple, as one comes up, like the whistle goes up, that doesn't even have his uniform on. Like he's just got his pants, he's got like a tank top, and he scurries into his pocket, pulls out a red armband and puts it on, and you can see another one notices that and reaches into his pocket, puts his armband on.
What's the red armband? Like the Nazi red armband, or?
From this distance, it looks like a red armband.
Have we seen similar armbands?
You saw one when, for a few moments before Jacques blew him up.
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you fought that soldier near the tank, that guy had a red armband. Not everybody's got one. Just these two guys seem to have one.
And they're not acting threatening towards us, are they?
No, they're not. They're pretty much ignoring you guys.
Did Trenchcoat guy with the brown note, did he have one of those same armbands or no?
The one in the car when we were at the
witch's
house, the house with the finger garden.
Yeah, he did before he got blown up.
Okay, yeah, I would have seen that because I was close to him.
Yeah.
So, okay, do I remember what was on the armband, or is it just like a red armband, no crests or symbols?
You never got close enough.
Okay.
They don't seem.
It'd just be like a rank thing.
Can he be saved, Jacques?
I think so, if we get him to the infirmary quickly. Jacques gonna look around all the other soldiers and say, help me move this man carefully.
You heard him.
I'm struggling a little bit with my movement here. I'd love to help, but
Get into the car quickly.
Yeah. So Jacques will enlist the help of whoever is able to help him move this guy.
I'll do what I can.
I gotta find better clothes, guys.
Okay. So you guys are like helping this guy move. The soldiers are crowded around him. The other ones are like having various conversations near the villa. The locals are just kind of watching and observing. You hear the air raid sirens go off.
Uh-oh.
That was a lot less than 48 hours.
Yep.
They are Russian. They're not good with time.
The Russians don't say anything about planes. Do we hear the roar of plane engines above us?
You don't hear the roar of plane engines. You hear the whistle sound of a round whizzing through the air. Everybody looks up, and in the clouds and There's a couple spotlights. You can see an object moving through the sky as it arcs. And in the distance, you see the castle with its sign, Holstein, that lights up. But you can see like lightning start to form behind it, and the clouds coalesce. And what looks to be a tentacle comes out of the cloud and slaps whatever is coming through the sky and hits it and sends it somewhere into the distance, and you can hear it just faintly go boom.
Well, that's not
and
good.
We'll stop right there.
God damn.
That's something you see every day.
Damn.